Voting Theory Class 6 Video 2. In this video we're going to continue talking about the Condorcet winner. In particular, this video we're going to see that the Condorcet winner isn't actually as straightforward a concept as it might seem at first. So just a quick recap. Here's the definition of the Condorcet winner. So it's the alternative that beats every other alternative in head-to-head runoffs. Okay? And last time we did an example where we found the Condorcet winner. So now I want to do another example. Same question. Calculate the Condorcet winner if one exists. Okay? Calculate the Condorcet winner if one exists. So let's consider the head-to-head runoffs. In A versus B, that's not how you spell A. A gets how many points? A gets 35 plus 34 because C is not running. So 35 plus 34, which is equal to 69. And B gets 31, just 31. So in A versus B, who wins? A wins. Okay. Now let's do A versus C. In A versus C, A gets 35, and that's it. And C gets 31 plus 34, which is 65, which means that C wins. And finally, in B versus C, B is going to get 35 plus 31, which is 66, and C is just going to get 34. Okay, so this means that B wins. So who's the Condorcet winner? Well, we have a problem, right? Because A versus B, A wins. But A versus C, C wins. And B versus C, B wins. So one of them wins like every time. Like a different one wins every time. A is good enough to beat B, but A is not good enough to beat C. B is good enough to beat C, but B is not good enough to beat A. And C is good enough to beat A, but C is not good enough to beat B. So there's no one alternative that can beat all the other alternatives. You have this like cycle going on, that in a head-to-head election, A beats B, B beats C, and C beats A. And that seems like a paradox at first, right? Because it's like a circle. Like A's better than B, B's better than C, C's better than A. This is a cycle. But we didn't do anything wrong. That's just the way the world is. Like, sometimes there are no Condorcet winners. In particular, in this example, there is no Condorcet winner. Okay? And this is something that happens. Like, the moral of the story is Condorcet winners don't always exist. And that can be surprising. And I mean, when voting theorists, mathematicians, political scientists, economists were first thinking about this sort of stuff, this came as a surprise. Like, there doesn't always need to be an alternative that can beat every other alternative. Sometimes you get these cycles. Sometimes you get these cycles where A is better than B, B is better than C, and C is better than A. Okay. The other thing I want to mention is the fact that Condorcet winners don't always exist. This is sad. Okay, it's really sad because it means like you get in situations where you can't really make everyone happy. Like, if there's a voting profile where there's no Condorcet winner, then it doesn't matter which alternative you choose. You choose any alternative, there'll always be another alternative which the majority of people prefer to your chosen alternative. So if there's an election where there's no Condorcet winner, no matter who you choose, no matter what voting system you use, no matter how fair you think it is, there'll always be a different alternative which the majority of people would have preferred. So no matter what you do, there will always be a majority of people who would have preferred someone else. And that's pretty sad. Like, you can't get around this. It's mathematically impossible to get around this fact. Okay? So Condorcet winners don't always exist. It's a complex issue. That's the end of this video.